Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to create a blur effect for your website navigation bar. And this effect will add a touch of elegance to your web design. So let's dive into the tutorial. Here we have a UL tag that represents an unordered list. The UL element is used to create a list for the navigation item. Next, we have a list item that contains a hyperlink with the text home. Similar to the previous line, this code creates a navigation item for about with a hyperlink. Next, we have a navigation item for portfolio. Next, we have a navigation item for contact. And lastly, we create a navigation item for service. Now let's add some CSS. Let's style the body element. We remove the default margin and padding to ensure a clean layout. We set the display to flex to create a flex container which will help us to center the navigation bar vertically and horizontally. We set the background color to black and we choose a sans serif font family for the text. Now let's style the navigation bar, that is UL. Here we set the margin to 0 and add some padding to create spacing between the lines. The display is set to flex. Now let's style the list item. Here we set the list style to none and add some margin between the items to create spacing. We also apply a smooth transition effect of 0.5 seconds. Now let's style the hyperlink. Here we set the display to block, position to relative, text decoration is set to none, and the color we choose is set to gray color. And increase the font size slightly. Next, we have a text transform. Here we set the uppercase for a bold look and add a smooth transition effect of 0.5 seconds. Now let's add blur effect on hover. Here we set the transform scale to 1.8. We also adjust the opacity and apply a blur effect to create the blur effect. Now let's restore the original look on link hover. Here we set the transform scale to 1.8. Opacity is set to 1. And we remove the blur effect. Now let's tell the schedule element. Here the content is set to empty string, position is set to absolute, top and left is set to 0, width and height is set to 100%. Background is set to shade of blue color. And we apply a smooth transition effect with a duration of 0.5 seconds. Next, we set the transform to scale x to 0. Next, we set the z index to -1 to ensure the shadow element stay behind the text. Now let's create the hover effect. Here we apply a 0.5 second transition. Next, on hover the scale x property on the shadow element is transformed to 1. So that's it for today's video. By following this simple step, you can add a touch of elegance with interactivity to your website. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting web development tutorials.